Good afternoon. Welcome, dear students. Today, we'll just try to summarize firstly the text number 11, If I Were You. We are done with the explanation, but firstly, again, we'll discuss the summary and then proceed with the question and their answers. Okay? So, for this summary, I'm going to share with you one video here. Let's watch it. Would you like to watch, everyone?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
Good. So, here it is. You please watch and enjoy and try to understand and revise everything that we are done with.
Hello, who are you? I am pleased to see you. I am glad you're pleased to see me. I don't think you'll be pleased for long. You will soon stop being smart. I want to make you tell some things about you. Anything you like. I know all the answers. But please sit here. No more cleverness. We will have a nice little talk about yourself. Do you live here alone? And what if I don't answer? I think you have enough sense that you will not hurt yourself. Okay, do you have a car? Yes. That's better. So people often come here? Very rarely. Few people take the trouble to visit me. Since you know so much about me, please tell something about you. But don't be smart. I am smarter than you. Intruding into someone's cottage doesn't require smartness. I look like you. You know, I am a wanted criminal. I will kill you and live with your identity. That's why I have chosen you, for disguising myself. When you will know why I have come here, you will know my smartness. You will be surprised. What is your specialty in crime? My specialty is jewel robbery. I can live here for a while. You have not been invited here. You will not be here after some time. This is your big surprise. I am going to kill you. Why adding murder to your crimes? I have done murders before. They cannot hang me twice. But what will killing me give you? Freedom. Your face is same as of mine. After killing you, I can go anywhere as Gerard means you. In most melodramas, the villain is foolish enough to delay his killing long enough to be frustrated. Now I am really going to kill you now. Don't be fool. You will hide for sure. If not as you, then as me. What? Why should I be hanged as you? You have not done any crime. It is your great surprise. Why I live here alone, in this lonely cottage. Why less people come to me? This is because I have answered with bullets. And police is still searching me. Yes. You are saying right. So now we are friends. Yes. Come with me. We will get into the car and go away. And if you do not believe me, then you can still kill me in the car. Okay, let's go. But don't be clever. I have hired a man on the road. He will tell us if he sees the police. Let's go. My man has called and said, police is after us. Let's go, hurry up. But why should I believe you? Oh, don't be a fool. Think about yourself.
Sir, can't hear anything.
In the end, there was not a gate of garage, but it was a cupboard, and that was the door. And finally, he pushed him there and locked him from outside, and finally was handed over to the policeman. Understood, dear students, the story? In fact, this is a play, one act play, where a single person can play a role of two or three characters at a time. Do you want to ask me something? Is there any query, or can we proceed with the question answer session?
No queries, sir.
Good. So yesterday I had shared with you the link so that you could hear, the text in the form of audio, and could also watch some videos about it. I will refer to those links where you can find all of our lectures are available there on YouTube. You can replay any video that you want from any of the text, any of the lessons, any of the poem, be it from this textbook or supplement reader. They are all there. Okay, and there is also one link, Google Drive link, where you can download those videos and keep for your record and watch as and when possible. Okay, so as they are here broadcasted and we had an interactive session, they are there the same recorded. Okay, so please refer to those links and watch. They will help you for your better understanding. Okay, so this is the first question, thinking about the text. The first one, answer these questions. The first, at last a sympathetic audience. This is a statement, and based on this sentence there are three questions asked. First one, who says this? Means who is the speaker? Why does he say it? Means the reason. And is he sarcastic or serious in his speaking? Means his mood of speaking. That you need to say. Can anyone answer? Come on.
Gerard said this.
Who says this? Number one question.
Gerard.
Yes, Gerard says this. The speaker is Gerard. Very good. Second, why does he say it? At last, a sympathetic audience, he said. So, what was the reason that he said so?
So because the intruder lets him sit down.
Yes. One more. Something else.
Gerard says this because he is.
Yes, please, over to you, dear. Rajnandini.
Because he is glad that finally someone has asked him to speak about himself.
Very good. He had never ever come across that somebody, showing interest in him and asking to say something about himself. But the intruder is the first person who is more interested in knowing about him. And so he has mentioned that at last, a sympathetic audience. If somebody is there who can listen to me that way, he says. Then what do you say? Is it a sarcastic or serious statement? Is he speaking seriously or sarcastically? Yes, very good. It is a sarcastic statement. Very good. You are right. Then the second question, why does the intruder choose Gerard as the man whose identity he wants to take on? He chose Gerard only. What was the reason? Why not anybody else? What was the things, or what were the things that he found that they are exactly matching with Gerard only, and so he wanted to kill him and take on his identity? Can anyone answer?
Yes, sir. The intruder chooses Gerard because he feels that they are similar to each other. As he has committed a murder, he plans to steal Gerard's identity and live peacefully.
Very good, Siley. That they were looking similar to each other, and the intruder was a criminal, and he wanted that he should take on the identity of Gerard and live there peacefully, happily. Okay, because he had heard two people talking about Gerard that he lives there all alone, far from the city, in a remote area, and hardly any people go and meet him. So that way he found that place very safer, so that the policeman may not be able to catch him. Right?
Yes, sir.
Good answer. Anybody something to be added you want? Then this is number 3 question. You can see here on your screen. It is a statement given. I said it with bullets. No, I said it with bullets. This is the statement. Now you tell me who says this? Who is the speaker here? What does it mean? Is it the truth,
Gerard.
or what is the speaker's reason for saying this? First, one by one, who says this?
Gerard.
Very good. Here is again the speaker, Gerard. Then what does it mean? What is the meaning? I said it with bullets. Means what?
He's not ordinary person. He's dangerous.
Yes, means I said with bullets. Instead of saying with the words, he is saying with bullets, means he killed a person. He did something wrong, right? He responded a person with a bullet, means he killed the person. That's what it means. Understood? The third, is it the truth?
Yes, sir.
Do you think he is telling the truth?
No.
No, sir. He's telling
Not the
this for
truth.
confusing
Very
the
good.
intruder.
Right. He had just made a story saying so, but it is not the truth. Then another part of the question, what is the speaker's reason for saying this? But why is he telling them if it is not the truth, but he is telling him? Why?
For confusing intruder.
To
Yes.
fool them. To change his idea of killing him.
Absolutely. To distract him and escape being killed by the intruder. That was his intention. You know, if he's telling him that he is also a criminal, his plan failed now because he had thought that he can take on his identity and live happily, peacefully, being Mr. Gerard. But if Gerard is also on the record of the policemen and they are behind him, after him, to catch, there is no point being Gerard. And that was the reason to escape himself being killed by the intruder and being taken away his identity. He told that he said it with bullets, means he is also a criminal, right? Understood, dear students? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Everyone? Good. Now number 4, what is Gerard's profession? Quote the parts of the play that support your answer. Now you tell me, if he is not the criminal and if he was lying or was not telling the truth, then what was he by profession? And also find the statements in this play that they support your answer, that he is so and so by profession. One by one. Anybody ready with your answer? Ankush, Akanksha, Anushka, Aryan, come on, say your answer. What is he by profession? In the beginning also we have found some references, and at the end there are many that they tell us about him, what he is in fact, indeed. Don't know?
Gerard is a drama.
So he's the playwright.
Yes, he's a playwright. And what are the sentences that we come to know? Firstly, he said, this is all very melodramatic, not very original. This is something like taking place in dramas and the plays, right? So his words. Second, at last, a sympathetic audience. So audience is again a word about dramas and the audience, the theater. Then the third, in most melodramas, the villain is foolish enough to delay his killing long enough to be frustrated. You are much luckier. Again, villain, melodramas, these are the words referring to his profession. Fourth, I said you are luckier than most melodramatic villains. Again, that is also a sentence that tells us about his profession, because the people that they are in their profession use those kinds of words only in their day-to-day life also. And he has made a very good story there to escape himself and avoid being killed by the intruder. And here, number 6, that's this guy's outfit, false mustache and whatnot. So those things also that he had packed in his bag and was just going out to provide them there. And number 6, sorry, I can't let you have the props in time. So props, rehearsal, these are also the words that they tell us about his profession. Right, dear students? Do you agree? Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
good. Then the next statement is, you will soon stop being smart. Now here you tell, who is the speaker? You will soon stop being smart. Who is
The
the speaker?
intruder.
The intruder.
The intruder.
Very good. The intruder is the speaker. Then another question, why does the speaker say it? What was the
So
reason
because
that he said so?
when he
Scare
asked
Jared.
about
Yes,
himself, Jared also questions the intruder, and then he said,
very good. Just to frighten and scare Jared. He was saying that he will soon stop being smart because he was going to show him the gun and was going to shoot him and was also going to disclose one surprise. And what was the surprise? Killing Gerard and taking on his identity, right? So in fact, we can say the intruder says this to scare Gerard. Number three, what according to the speaker will stop Gerard from being smart? So what was that
Hurting,
thing? According to the speaker, will stop Gerard from being smart.
The bullet.
hurting
Yeah,
him.
because he is going to kill him, murder him, and that is going to stop him being smart, right? So before killing, he wanted to scare him and get some answers of his questions so that he can understand more about Mr. Gerard and live there peacefully. So that scare, the fear that he wanted to create for Gerard was the thing that the speaker thought that would stop the another character, Mr. Gerard, from being smart. Okay. Then the next sentence here is, you can see that they can't hang me twice. This is a sentence, and based on this sentence, first question: who says this? Who is the speaker of this statement?
Intruder.
The intruder.
Intruder.
Very good. The intruder is the speaker. And the next question based on the same statement is, why does the speaker say it? I think we have discussed these things all in the explanation only. Anyway, who is there to answer? Why does the
Sir,
speaker say it? Yes, you can.
so the speaker, the intruder tells Jared that he has already murdered a cop, and if he does a murder again, the police cannot hang him twice.
Very good,
So,
Kanchan. Right. Already he has done one crime, and for that he is going to be hanged. So if a person is already being hanged for one purpose, how can he be hanged twice? Because one hang can be enough to kill a person, and he will be no more. Right? That way he says that he has committed a murder, and Gerard's murder would be his second murder. He was not scared of being punished, as already he was to be hanged for the first murder. And if he did one more, they would not be able to hang him twice for committing two murders, right? Because if one or two, the hanging will be once only. Number 7 question. Here you can see a mystery I propose to explain. What is the mystery the speaker proposes to explain? Who is the speaker that you, and then you tell what was the mystery, that the speaker proposes to
intruder is
explain.
the speaker.
Are you sure? A mystery I propose to explain. The intruder never proposed to explain him the mystery. There was just a surprise he has told. And when the intruder told him that two people he heard talking about Gerard, saying that he has been a very mystery kind of person. A day without telling anybody, he goes somewhere and comes back some other day, and that was the mystery. So, what do you think? Who is the speaker here? A mystery I propose to explain. Gerard is the speaker, dear students. And what is that mystery about? The mystery is about where he goes, whom did he meet, who are the people that he come there, they come and meet him. This is the mystery. Are you getting, dear students, this answer or not? May I take you back to the text where this is mentioned, a mystery I propose to explain?
Yes,
What do
sir.
you say?
Yes.
May I take you back?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's see. There you will get the reference, and I remember I had explained you everything. See here. Can you see page number 142? Who is the speaker? A mystery which I propose to explain. Got it? Page number 102. Here also on your screen you can see the highlighted part. Got it? You can see the
Yes,
background.
sir.
The intruder had mentioned it brought me to Aylesbury. Means he is telling how it happened that he found this place. That's where I saw you in the car. Two other people saw you and started to talk. I listened. It looks like you are a bit queer, a kind of mystery man. Who said? Intruder said. In fact, whose conversation he had heard? Two other people, saying that he is a kind of a mystery man. And now he got the point to tell him another story. And so Gerard says, that is a mystery which I propose to explain. And then he told the story. You know what is it? And how he befooled him. Finally, saying that he has also been a criminal and the policemen are also in search of him. So there is no point killing Mr. Gerard, because if he is not going to be hanged as the intruder, but as Gerard for sure, right? Got it, everyone? Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Very
sir.
good.
Yes,
Now the
sir.
last question here is, this is your big surprise. So who is the speaker here? And where has this been said in this play? What is the surprise? Are you getting, or may I take you back again to the play? Can anyone tell? Anybody wants to answer? Hmm? You got it?
Sir didn't got the question.
Question you got, but answer you are getting it or not? Page number 143. Just in the next page, next para, you can see. Who is the speaker there?
Gerard.
Good. But is this mentioned at one place only? No. One more place you will find where it is mentioned that this is your big surprise. So this is one place I have highlighted, and one is in the beginning. You got it? May I take you again to the previous part also where it is mentioned? You got this one, page number 143?
Yes, sir.
This is your big surprise. You please remember where has it been mentioned
Yes,
and
sir.
what is the purpose, right? And in the previous place, it has been mentioned by the intruder. There it is mentioned by Mr. Gerard that this is your big surprise. But in the beginning, here, intruder has mentioned this is your big surprise. I am going to kill you. Got it? Page number 141. So there are two
Yes,
places
sir.
where it is mentioned that this is your big surprise. Firstly, by the intruder, and the surprise is all about killing Mr. Gerard and taking on his identity. The intruder had planned to live there happily, peacefully, right? And second one you got, as I told you, that he is making a story saying that he has also done some crimes in his life and the policemen are there in search of him. And finally, the intruder will be hanged, not being himself, but as Mr. Gerard for sure. Got it, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I hope there is no doubt now. Got everything well in detail? Fine?
Yes, sir.
I'll read the answer for you all again. This has been shared twice in the play. Firstly, when the intruder reveals his plan to kill Gerard, and secondly, by Gerard when he reveals his false identity to the intruder that he has been a criminal. Okay. So in second, what is the surprise? So the intruder's surprise is his intention of killing Gerard, and Gerard's surprise is his false identity. Okay. So that way you can write the answers. Now, would you like to watch again one more video where you will get, more revision for this
Yes.
text? All right. So here it is. I'm playing for you.
All mothers want their children to be creators and problem solvers. And that is why I've
If I Were You by Douglas James. If I Were You is a very interesting play with a very surprising end. The play is set in a small cottage in the wilds of Essex in which lives Gerard, a well-educated playwright. He's all set to go somewhere. While he's busy packing his bag, An intruder enters his cottage with a gun in his hand. Gerard welcomes him with confidence. Seeing Gerard to be a nonchalant, he points the gun at Gerard and threatens him.
Stop acting smart, man, or I will shoot you. Sit down there and listen to me.
The intruder informs him.
I'm being chased by the police and I have murdered a policeman.
He further says,
While I was in the town, I saw you and heard from people that you hardly meet anyone and order your things on phone. Since both of us are of the same height and build, I thought of a plan. I have come here to kill you and live on your identity in this peaceful cottage.
The intruder wants to know the details about Gerard before killing him so that he could imitate him well. He inquires about his car and the visitors who come to his house. Gerard is not at all afraid of the intruder, and he very calmly answers all the questions in a nonchalant manner. He quickly conceives a false story to dodge the intruder and save his own life. He tells the intruder,
I too am a murderer, and the police have evidence against me. If you steal my identity, even then you would be chased by the police.
He further reveals,
I am carrying false mustaches so that I can disguise myself and hide from the police. Unfortunately, one of my men has been arrested and certain things are recovered, which my men should have burned. I sensed that the police could raid my house tonight. Therefore, I was packing my bag and was ready to escape. I have also positioned an accomplice on the road to warn me of any danger.
At that very moment, the phone rings and Gerard shouts,
The time has come to leave this place forever. Police can reach here anytime. You can come with me in my car.
He fools the intruder to believe him by saying,
If you feel that I am lying, you can kill me in the car.
The intruder doubts Gerard's story. So Gerard asks him to peep out through the door of the garage to see the police for himself. In fact, the door is that of a cupboard. As the intruder bends forward, Gerard pushes him inside the cupboard and locks it. The intruder rattles the door from inside and shouts,
Get me out of here!
Gerard calls the sergeant in order to hand over the intruder to the police.
Understood, dear students? Any doubt that you want
No,
to ask?
No, sir.
No doubt.
No, sir.
Very good. So yesterday I have shared with you some links. You please refer to them. You will find all sessions recorded there on Google Drive so that you can download them and play, or you can also watch them on YouTube. Both the links are available. Okay. The message that I had shared with you at 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the evening yesterday. Fine. So is that clear to everyone? Understood everything? Something that you want to ask or share? Okay then. Tomorrow onward, we'll start with the revision. If you have any query about any of the topics, any text from textbook in English for class 9, that is Behayu, or supplementary reader in English for class 9, that is Moment, you please tell me, and accordingly we will proceed. Okay, dear students? I think the syllabus is over, right?
The grammar.
Yes, let's focus on grammar topic then tomorrow onward. Okay. But before that, tomorrow's session, I would like to just to know anything that you want to ask me, any queries, any doubt, from both the text or even workbook if you are doing it well, right, on time. Fine.
Okay, sir.
Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. Those who could not attend the lectures regularly, you please refer to those links shared yesterday in the evening so that you can watch those recorded sessions again and can also download them. Fine. So thank you so much, students, once again. Have a great day ahead.
Thank you.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.
Bye, sir.